What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and I know I'm a day late on this, but Happy New Year. I hope those of you that are of age, by the way, aren't too hungover, but I hope all your celebrations are really nice. I myself, having no social life at all, sat inside playing MX bikes a little bit and working on some YouTube stuff. I am very, very excited for this new year, just to see what it brings, and I'm very, very dedicated to put in the work. Oh my god, that's not a very good start. Put in the work needed for this year. My goal for this year is to do a video a day, as much as I can, unless for some reason I end up on death's door again in bed for a couple of weeks or so. But that is my plan. I'm going to try and stick to it as much as humanly possible, and hopefully you guys will be there along the way to join me. I'm sure we'll get a lot of new faces to the channel as well, and just kind of, I know I didn't make a dedicated end of year video before the year actually ended, but again, just thank you so much for everyone. When I started this little YouTube journey, I think it must have been around, oh god, when was it? Maybe like end of April, start of Mayish time last year. I never ever expected things to take off quite like they have, but there's obviously something going on here that you guys seem to enjoy, whether it's the monotone British accent or if it's actually the gameplay, or maybe a combination of both, who knows. Yeah, I see that 5% of you that are a female audience that might find this British voice a little bit sexy, you know. I mean, speaking of voice, I'm a little bit deep right now, not for any drinking or celebrations or anything like that. I have literally just woken up. Just had like a 3-hour power nap, you know how it is, and yeah, just thought I'd hop on some bikes, try and get ahead really by a day or so I'm not chasing my tail. But throughout this month I really don't have any plans at all, so I'm looking to stream a couple times. I know I always say it, but I actually want to do it this time. Stream a couple times, get a video out every day, and just really bring you as good content as possible. Everything at the moment will still be like 99% MX bikes. I'm still going to branch out every now and then, maybe do a track on MX Simulator or Reflex, for example, and when the new games come out at some point this year, I will also be playing those. The track that you're seeing on screen right now has actually just been released the day that I'm playing this, and this is another track by Ruubs. I've covered a few of Ruubs' track to this point, and they always seem to do well on the channel. And Ruubs is a what's what I'm for? He's quite a particular track creator. He very rarely puts something out that he hasn't spent absolutely hours and hours on. However, from reading the description, that seems to be this one seems to be a bit of a difference. So from what I can see, about 5 days ago or so, he was playing Daytona 2010 on MX Simulator, and he thought it would be nice to have an MX bike. So in his words, he's kind of chucked a height map together, threw a few objects on it, which obviously it's not got the usual, it's not got the Daytona speedway around the outside and things like that, so I believe him on that front. And it's quite funny really, seeing what someone can throw together in a couple of days compared to what I'd probably be able to make spending months on a track. It's I mean, even I find this really impressive. He's done a very good job on this. I'm still, these are my very first laps that you're seeing now, so this is like lap 3 for me, I think. So I'm learning the track with you guys. Loads of you OG motocross fans probably know the exact layout of the track by now, but for the life of me, I have no idea what the track layout was back in 2010. So all a new learning experience for me. I mean, I've launched that wall once already. Just trying to work my way through these rhythms. There's actually something you do generally have to check up for. Although I'm sure some of the cracked guys out there probably don't agree with that. They're probably just still absolutely sending it. There's probably a few places here where I can go a bit faster, but I don't want to crash too much in these videos, you know. I mean, if I was sat here watching and I was watching someone crash like every other corner, I'd find it so boring, and I'd just have to turn it off, which is something that I always try and avoid in these videos, which is why 9 times out of 10 when you watch me play these tracks, I have actually spent like 5-10 minutes riding around it beforehand, just so I know where I'm going. But I thought, you know what, a new Supercross track, surely it can't be anything too difficult. I'll just hop on it, give it like my first faults. I really like that it's at night as well. Not always a fan of the night tracks in these games. It's just something about the environment that I just really enjoy, and I quite like. I mean, I know that he's intentionally not gone to town with the off-track stuff. I actually quite like how isolated it feels. It feels like I'm just in the middle of nowhere, just like riding by myself, and it's quite a cool thought. I mean, in the UK, we've got nothing like this in the UK. I imagine that there's probably a fair few spots in America like this where you're in the middle of nowhere, got the floodlights on, and you get to just ride and just have some peace to yourself, really, which I think's really cool. Sounds like a really nice idea. I've never ridden at night myself. I'd actually really like to do something like that, even if it was like an enduro event or something. Just strap a light to the front mud guard. Obviously, I've not got a motorbike with a light built into it. I'm not even sure what it would take, or if you can convert a bike like that, if they come with it by default, or you can get that added on afterwards as like a enduro modification, like you can with bigger tanks, for example, and all this, that, and the other. But that's something that actually sounds really appealing to me, is doing some night riding. One thing that when I was younger, I was always, or my dad always suggested that we should do is me and him take part in one of these like 24-hour long races where we just take it in like 3-hour shifts and just see how well we do. But it's just one of the things that never really came to fruition. Like he's had a couple injuries over the year. I had, I don't even know if I've ever said this on this channel before, but how long ago was it now? It was about, I want to say it was about 4 years ago now. Maybe even a little bit longer than that, but I tore my ACL and my meniscus in my right knee, and which really put me out of the game for a long time. And it took an entire year before I was able to be operated on. Big up the NHS. And even after that point, after that year of being operated on as well, it took like another year for the leg to come round. And if it was okay now, I mean, some days here and there, it feels like a bit stiff, if that makes sense. Some days it's a bit more, it clicks a bit more than other days, but for the most part, it's all right. The only real difference I notice now is, I mean, the best way to put it, if I was to stand up and like, how do I do it? So you know when you do one leg stand at school, or PE, or gym class, or whatever, and they tell you just stand on one leg and grab your leg with your hands, like pull it behind you. If I was to do that without using my hand, my bad leg doesn't raise up far at all. It's just because when I had the operation, they wasn't able to actually repair the meniscus at all. They was only able to repair the ACL, so it's never going to be 100% anyway. But that all comes with like continuous training and leg strengthening, and all the training I do is sat here at my bloody desk playing this game. So yeah, I'm not going to be strengthening that anytime soon unless I get my act together, which obviously sounds very cliche. I would like this year to make a conscious effort just to try and treat my body a bit better, like just not sit here eating crap food all day every day, and actually going out and getting some air every now and then, and just to try and help myself, because I think in turn that'll give me more energy and kind of translate through to the videos and make them better, and it all kind of has a, not a butterfly effect, that's not the word I'm looking for, but you know, it all kind of it all goes off of each other, and they all go hand in hand. And yeah, I'm hoping this year will be a good one. Obviously with COVID and stuff for the last 2 years, we've all been in different situations, but I mean, for me it's been okay as far as the work side of things. I've not been impacted in that regards too much, but I think my health, both physically and even mentally, for a while has been affected. I'm not going to go on a massive rant about mental health. I know a lot of people have various opinions on that topic. I just know that I had a little period before doing the whole YouTube thing as well, where I was definitely down in the dumps for a while. But at the end of the day, you can only help yourself. You know, if you aren't doing anything to try and improve your own mood, then it's never going to improve. Someone can't improve it for you. So I went through a stage of trying to go out every lunchtime. Well, I work from home. Bear in mind, just trying to go out for a little bike ride or a walk or a run at lunch, and it definitely helped. And I'm not sure why I stopped it towards the back end of last year, but definitely something that I want to pick up again. I mean, healthy body, healthy mind, and I can't see any reason why 2022 can't be my best year yet. And definitely a bit of a rant. How long have I been going on now? Oh, it's only been 10 minutes. That's not too bad. I feel like I've been talking for ages. But yeah, again, just happy New Year, everyone. I would absolutely love to hear in the comments down below what your goals are for this year. It can be as simple as maybe go riding a little bit more than you have done in the past, or Maybe if you're like me, you just want to try and be active, like actively healthier. Not even to the extent of going on like a hardcore diet and losing loads of weight, but just a little things, you know, like drink some more water, maybe read every now and then, like all that good stuff, just to keep yourself in a healthy state of mind. And I actually think that'll do it for me. I didn't expect this video to be this short. I thought I was talking for ages. As always, you guys know, track will be in the description. Big shout out to Ruubs. Thank you for giving us something else to ride on as well. And it's come at a pretty good time for me, at least, because I really need to do some more Supercross training. I done a enduro, it was a pre-season, not enduro. What am I on about? An aerial Supercross pre-season race. It was a test race just for the host to kind of work all the bugs out and get all the scripts working fine and make sure the website's working fine for when the actual race comes around on January the 7th. So I did record it. Really disappointed that I couldn't actually upload the files and stitch them together because of the whole recording in the wrong format issue, and at the time I couldn't really convert it. The sites I was looking at to convert the file to an MP4 so I could use it was they all had like a gigabyte file size limit, and the quality that I record these videos in before YouTube does them dirty and compresses them, the file sizes for like a 10-minute video, it ends up being like anything, like it ends up being about 10 gig plus. So yeah, it's far too big for those sites to do anything with. It's not the end of the world. It's just a shame because there was some good racing in there. I commentated through the whole thing, which I was quite proud of myself by, as I usually find it quite difficult to really concentrate on those races whilst I'm talking. Heat race went absolutely terribly. I was in place. I think I ended up first after like turn 3 because everybody else managed to get into each other, and I was doing okay for a very short amount of time, but in traditional Lynn style, I dropped the anchor, started making a bunch of mistakes, like tucking the front end, casing jumps and sliding out, and I ended like 5th or 6th, I think, in the heat. So I was thinking, going into the main, I was thinking, oh god, how am I going to do when you throw another like 12 people in the race with me that have gone through a heat and qualified as well? And it actually went better. I'd like to think that I blew the dust off, blew the cobwebs off in that heat race, where I haven't done a proper like Supercross racing quite some time now. And I didn't get the best start. You know, I got the whole shot, but I got landed on in the first rhythm section, which put me down to about 7th at the end of lap 1. Worked my way up. I was in 3rd for a while, battling with Reese. Moved my way up into 2nd for a few laps, and at about halfway point of the race, I was in a bit of a no man's land. I was like 17 seconds behind Jack, and then 17 seconds ahead of 3rd place at the time. I think it was Aiden or Reese or Greg. They was all really close together. But yeah, then I got into some lappers and started making silly mistakes of my own, and I actually ended up 4th in the end, which was a bit disappointing because I would have loved a podium. Although saying that, I went into the race of just wanting to get like a top 5, just like a confidence boost, you know, get back into the swing of things. And yeah, I'm going to be kind of grinding a little bit on Supercross. I'm riding the FC 450, and I think I need to mess around with suspension a little bit because I was running it stock, and for the most part it was absolutely fine. The only place that I found it was actually struggling for me was the whoops. It just felt a little bit too like stiff, like the front end was dipping down really easily, and it was just giving me a nasty kick. So I need to experiment with that, see what I can do. Maybe I'll go ask SD for some suspension tips and get him to make one for me. And oh, actually, have a look at this gear. I am now kind of joint Mook Creations and Aerial, so I've got a bunch of gear from Stone Rider and Aerial. So thank you very much for that. And then once the Mook Creation bikes are made, you'll see that from me as well. Really excited for that. And yeah, I'm going to be on the Husky for the full season. I've done some very minute or minimal testing, and Husky is just the one that straight out of the box felt the best for me. I mean, it's not founded on anything. I've done no proper like time testing or anything like that. It's all purely based on feel. So yeah, hopefully the Supercross season goes well. I'm going to try and make as many rounds as I can, but no promises that I make everyone. And then I'm going to try and record and talk over as many as I can as well, because I know all through the last Supercross season you guys were asking to see that. So hopefully I can deliver that for you and you'll all enjoy it. And I think that'll do it from me. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and again, Happy New Year. Hope this year treats you much better than the last year you've been treating us. As I say, let me know in the comments down below what your main goals are for the year. Not really resolutions as such, because I find those to be a little bit cheesy and gimmicky, but just what you're going to try and improve upon yourself this year, and what the next steps are that you can take to be a better person. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until I catch you in the next video, Peace.
Got bad shit all up in my mind right now. Fuck it, give me a minute and I'ma let it all out. I don't give a shit about an opinion, be another dimension when I wake up, wake up, wake up. Bitch, it's time to fill the cup. Got no fucking love, I feel so stuck on my luck. Get fucked.